Sorry. The next thing to do now is to define material and section property. How can you define material and section property? Please watch me as I'm doing it. To do that, you click on define and you click on material. We have two materials here already. This is a default material, and the first one is for concrete. If you are modeling concrete structure, because SAP 2000 has ability to model concrete structure, you can use it to design for your concrete structure as well. So if you are designing for steel structure, this is other default materials. But now I want to set my own materials. To do that, I will click on the add new material. What region code am I interested in? I will click on arrow, and here I will change the material type to steel. That is what I want to use. What is the steel grade? I'm interested in 275. I click OK. So I have two steel here. I can delete this one now so that don't be confused through the process. So to define concrete, you can do the same thing. Let me show you. You add a new material, you choose zero. Now you change this to concrete, not steel this time around. You can change this to define, or you leave it to EN this, and you can change the grade. I love using 220 by 25, so I'll click OK. So I cannot delete this one too. So I have this two there. You can modify this to whatever you want. You can modify what you defined initially. You can modify this, and in this modified option, you can change the characteristics compressive strength of the concrete. You know what I specified there is 20 Newton per millimeter square, and here I can change it. I can change it to whatever I want. So you can do the same thing by set your expected. You should please try and understand what the difference between expected and then the specified one. In my manual analysis and design of a concrete structure, I used to do something. In the design information, I used to specify 25 for this FC, and the expected one, I used to specify 25, and that is what you will see in my specification, that is in the design information. And when I'm designing, I will be making use of 20. And this is because on site the batching may not reach 25 all through. So if I make use of 25 to design for my structure and I could not achieve that 25 on site, definitely the structure has been put on in the danger form. So you can do that here. Click OK. But let me edit something here. Let me change this to concrete grade 2025, and the steel as well, which I define. I will modify it. You can do the similar things. This is the characteristic strength of the steel, and don't forget they are in kilonewton now, kilonewton per meter. So this is the characteristic strength of the steel. You can modify it here. You can change the expected heat stress to whatever you want. You can change the minimum heat stress to whatever you want. So here I want to rename it as this. Click OK. Okay. The other thing to do is to define section property. So I will go to the define section property frame section, and I will import a new property. So what type of steel shape am I interested in for the design of the truss? So I'm interested in equal angle. So this is the equal angle. I'll click on it. It will load this. What load here is what we call library, SAP library. So here you find various countries steel shape, but because I'm used to this language, I know this is BS. I know this BS shape Pro is the one we used to in Nigeria. I click on this. From here, I will highlight all the equal angle because I want to envelope them. I want to prepare my auto selection. So to auto select this, you understand what auto means. Let me just explain a summary. What I'm about to do now is that I want to envelope the whole equal angles. Don't forget, equal angles here are in numbers, so it's not just one. So I want to pack the whole equal angles into an envelope, which I will call as auto equal angle. When I'm modeling my stitch truss now, I will make use of that auto equal angle in order to assign a section into a particular member based on the force in that member. If I'm having a force of 20 kilonewton in a member, for example, what I'm about to do is that I want SAP to position a section which will be able to carry that 20 kilonewton. If I'm having a 100 kilonewton in a member, I'm instructing SAP to assign a section based on that 10 kilonewton. So it will assign the section based on the requirements or based on the stress in that member. So, and to do that, I need to pack the whole equal angle into an auto. For example, if I don't want to go through that, I can easily choose one section here. If I know that that section will carry the whole structure, I'll choose one section here and I will use this to model my structure, my steel. So once I do that, even though the force in that section is 200, since I've assigned that section on it, the section will still remain there. What I will just see is that I will see it from my warning that the section has failed. I need to change it. So, but it is very good to always make use of auto. Now I want to make use of auto selection. I will elect the whole equal angle here and click on it. From here, I'll click OK. Here now I need to hard copy of the equal angle. Sorry, the equal angle is now a 2. That is a mistake. Let me delete this. Deleted. I need to add new property. Here I will now click on auto select list. So I will click on auto select list and I can now rename it as auto equal angle. I will select the whole equal angle again and I will add it to the auto selection. So from here I will click OK and I will click OK. So now I'm done with the defining of materials and section property.